Hey.
Hello, everybody. Hey.
Laura, you're either really still or you're frozen. You're just like, you're not blinking, so you must be frozen.
Yeah, she does look frozen.
Funny.
There she is. I think I moved now.
There you are. You're alive.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, how is everybody doing?
Good.
Ashton, you look beautiful tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. We've been rained on. I've been looking at Amazon. It says that my pantry delivery was delivered and not here. It's like $70 worth of stuff. Like,
Oh no.
they don't know where they don't know where it is.
Oh no.
I don't know what you're doing. I'm calling for you. I don't know where you are.
Okay. Well, I had a bath before this, and I did a bath bomb. Who brought a bath bomb to the retreat? Was it
Oh, I think that was Lauren.
Oh, Lauren? Well, it has, like, it's that gold glitter. It's that, I dropped it in, and, like, gold glitter started coming up. Now I'm, like, you can't see it, but I'm just, like, I'm sparkling, and I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. And we are going to get started because we only have less than 30 minutes now, and we have Tracie sharing tonight. And y'all, her and her team, it's not just her. I know she has incredible leaders on her team, which I'm sure she'll shout them out at some point. But they're rocking it. And I think a lot of us this month, the summer pop collection did help, but summer is hard, and I'm just super proud of Tracie and her team for just how they ended last month, a little rocky like all of us, and then now just like booming. So I'm going to hand it over to Tracie. Tracie, if you want to unmute yourself, you can.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, thanks. Okay, well, so when Jackie said something to me the other day, I told her, I'm like, I don't know what it is that I'm doing. But I guess I can tell you, like she said, it's a team effort. It's not really me, it's the team. But so as a team effort, I asked my team yesterday, I told them that Jackie had asked me to do this call, and I said, you guys, what do I do well as a leader? Because I don't know, for me, it's just working, like not working, but I'm physically like working. So I'm just running my business and I'm checking into my chats and that sort of thing. But I guess I can just kind of tell you how I kind of operate. I don't want to say it's fly by the seat of your pants, but it kind of is. Like, I don't have a plan. Like, not every day for me is planned out. I mean, I work full time, and so a lot of times it's just pockets of time here and there figuring stuff out. So what I will tell you is, for my business personally, in the beginning, I did get that hammered out as far as like a party template and stuff like that. And I mean, you guys see those. I share those, or I haven't shared them lately, I guess, but they haven't really changed that much from what I have always done. But so I think in my mind, like when I have a new stylist signed with me personally, my goal is to get with them and get them going right away, which I know that's probably all of our goals, to get your stylist going. But I can tell you, like, my last few stylists that have signed up, like, they're local to me. So I've sat down with them and I've showed them how to do things on the computer. The ones that didn't know, they were fine. I did build a Facebook mock party. And so that has really helped, because now instead of me trying to send them a Word doc and email and all that crap, they just have that mock party. They just get added into, and they can literally sit there and cut and paste if they want, so it's not, I guess and same thing with you guys. When you put stuff in Flourish Dynasty, I just use a lot of that. Sometimes, you don't do the wording like the Tell Me Girl party, but I use those graphics, and I just kind of made up some wording. I did just message you a little bit ago, Jackie, to see if you had your beach party wording, because I need that. But anyway, so I try not to reinvent the wheel. I try to keep it simple and duplicatable. I think that's really important with all aspects of businesses, is something that's duplicatable. But I have great leaders. So my main leader legs are Deanna Edmondson, Lori Rummels, and Tasha McCrane. And then of course they have on their, within their downline, we've got, Amanda Glidewell as a director, Brittany Smith as a director. We've got Megan Graham that's about to hit director. Then we've got, on Lori's leg, we've got some very strong team leaders that are soon going to be directors. And so, but they kind of run their own thing, and I check in with them. But I think especially for, Jackie did the whole thing on the cap to volume earlier. So I have that issue. Deanna's leg is very big and very strong, and so it throws off my volumes. So I really work more with Lori's leg and Tasha's leg and their downlines. But I struggle because I don't want to step on toes. And I usually do ask my leaders before I reach out to their people, and I'll say, like, do you mind if I reach out to this person and work with her one-on-one? And that's something I've kind of done the last couple months, is some of these girls that might just be a BQ stylist, or somebody who's a senior stylist, or somebody who's even like a team leader, but they may have been given people. So it's not like they're really recruiting a whole lot, but we've built them. I've just tried to work one-on-one with those girls and think, okay, what are some different outside of the box things that I can help them with, or give them ideas for, to kind of get them to where they need to be, at least BQ. So that's kind of what I've been doing, or from my perspective. So I'm guilty of it too, though, just like Jackie mentioned on our thing she did earlier about the volume. I'm guilty of it's the end of the month, and I need 2 people way down here to BQ. And then, so we're all scrambling trying to get that to happen. And it's very stressful. And, when you get, all the different levels, obviously, like from team leader to director, there's a pay bump. From director to senior director, there's a pay bump. And so, when you see, like, here's where you are, and here's like that pay bump, and you're so close, like, I'm pushing for that. And so it would be nice at the end of the month not to be scrambling for that, but it seems like that's what's happened so far. But that's really my goal. So what I did is I reached out to my team, and I asked them, I said, you guys, I don't really know. Like, I don't know what I do. What do you think that I do well as a leader? And I don't know. I don't even really feel like a leader. Like, I see my tree, but I feel like just a stylist. Like, I'm just trying to run my business and get as many sales as possible, and, like everybody else is. But so I took some notes here. So, I thought it would be interesting to even look at a definition of a leader, because I always think of leader and manager as the same thing, but they're really not. And we aren't managers, because we don't manage anybody. We have our own business. But so this stuff I looked at today, actually. So it says leadership is a process of social influence which maximizes the efforts of others towards the achievement of a goal. It says leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. So in our world, for the level I'm at, from senior director to executive director, that minimum pay bump is $1,250. So I mean, I try to tell that to my girls, even, like I know Deanna right now is pushing for executive director. So sometimes, sometimes it makes sense for me to order $500 worth of nails, if I know that in the long run, I'm going to get, I'm going to end up with $750. So just things like that. I think that you kind of have to be business minded, which I know all of us are. And like April Brand, I don't know if you're on the call or not. I can't see who's on here, but she's always has like, I see you're very business minded. Like you always think, okay, how can I BQ as soon as possible? And so I just try to think of things like business, very like cut and dry. Like, okay, if I do this, then this happens. So, but then they went on to say, as we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. So I think that's important. Like, don't try and run the ship by yourself, like empower your leaders. And Jackie's talked about that a good bit. And then leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. So to me, kind of like we sell nails to our customers, with this stylist thing, we are selling a vision. Like we know as leaders, like we know the income potential that is there. We know, what happens. And so like, I think that's the thing, is just selling the dream to these girls and reminding them like, I'm in the same shoes as you are. I have 2 parties right now that are, well, one's starting right now. It's probably, I already feel like it's going to bomb, and it hasn't been going well with my hostess so far. But anyway, I had a party with like one of my best customers last week. Bomb, nothing. She didn't even show up to the party. She just went through a breakup, yada, yada. So I think just like telling them that, like they want to know, like, they always think, oh, it's just me. No, it's not. It's all of us. We all have these crazy things that pop up. So let's see here. Just trying to read over these notes I took earlier. Okay, so this is something he said in this article that I really liked. He's like, okay, here's what a leader is. He says, hey, everyone. Or wait a minute, was that? Let's see. He says, I guess technically a leader could use social influence to just organize the efforts of others. But I like to think leadership is about maximizing the effort. It's not, hey, everyone, let's line up and get to the top of that hill someday. But rather, hey, see that hill? Let's see how fast we can get there. And if you can beat me to the top, I'll buy you a round when I get there. So I think that's the difference. Like, just, we need to make it fun and not just like, hey, this is the goal. We got to be cute because that's what we're supposed to do. It's like, and I feel like we do a lot of that. So what my team told me when I asked them about leadership, they said I'm always available when they have questions. And I'm terribly guilty of not having set office hours because I know it's bad, you guys. I know it's something I should work on, but I like have my phone in my lap at work and it buzzes and I'm like, oh, hey, what's that? Somebody has a question, I answer it. So, so I am, I'm available to them a lot. That's one thing they appreciate. And so some of my new girls said that I prepped and told them how to be successful from the very start. And I do that with all my new girls. I'm like, no, we're not going to sit around and wait on your kid to get here. We're not going to do that. That's not what we do. We just start right away. And I just tell them like what I did. I mean, I signed up on a Saturday and then my party started like Tuesday or Wednesday. And, so that's what I tell them we're going to do. And one of the things that we talked about at our regional meeting here is the girls here, like they run their new stylist launch party. So I'm actually starting to do that. I've done one so far. And I've got another girl that signed up last Friday, I think. So I'm going to do that with her also. So I feel like if I do that, especially somebody that's never had a party before and they don't know what to expect, I feel like there's this ray of light in my face. I think it's from my hallway light. Sorry. Anyway, at least you're getting them going. And then they don't have the excuse, oh, I don't know how to use a computer. Or, I don't know how to do this. You're getting them going. The party template, I mentioned that. I've got the mock Facebook party that they can just copy and paste from if they want. The support, I mentioned that, the support they receive. I'm always available for them to bounce ideas off of. Or, I have, like, sometimes people, or especially the girls I work one-on-one with, I'll say, okay, what's going on? Well, I tried this and this isn't working. And so we'll, think, okay, well, what else could you do? Hey, Lane, I'm sorry. I just noticed questions popping up. I do. I just use my template, just like I'm doing a regular Facebook party. And I don't even I tell these girls not to tell people that they signed up to be a stylist. Just make it like, hey, I'm having this party. And then I'm running it. So they don't, really have to tell people that they're a stylist until like the end. And they kind of say, oh yeah, by the way, here's what I'm doing. Sorry guys. The other thing is quarterly get-togethers. So this is something I just started on a whim back last fall. We had one at a winery. We did a brunch like right around Thanksgiving. We did another little like fun thing at Valentine's Day. We did one here at my house a few months ago just for no reason other than just to get together. And we did at one of them, we talked a little bit of business and, we end up talking shop, of course. But I just think that you got to get away and you have to be friends. Like, and I feel like we are friends, even though I haven't met a lot of them. Like in our chat and stuff, we cut up, we have a good time, we're friends. And so, as friends do, you need to see each other. So I just think that face-to-face is really important just for the camaraderie, if nothing else. So the other thing is they said I'm honest with them and I find answers if I don't know. And I do that. A lot of times I'll tell them, okay, I think it says so-and-so in the policies and procedures and here's where they are if you want to go check them out. I have them saved in my team page. So I always refer them back to that. But again, I feel like I can tell you answers. I can look it up for you. But if I empower them to know where to find the answers so that next time it comes up, they can say, oh, yeah, Tracie said, look here, and here's where the answers are. So I think just, things like that. They said I'm willing to coach them and help with new ideas. I think I kind of touched on that already. Fun challenges. And I will say that, so April did that super, super sweet Kendra Scott thing. Jackie's always doing drawings for the team and stuff. And I kind of sometimes feel cheap because like I don't give out maybe as nice as prizes as y'all do. But like I try to, again, I think I'm just very business minded. And so I always think, okay, what's fun, but can also enhance your business. So like, I don't have them right here, but anyway, I just bought I asked my girls, I said, what do you guys like for prizes? And they threw out a couple things. And one of the things is somebody said like a gift certificate from like another in-home business like ours. Well, I wasn't quite sure how to do that, but I was at a vendor show this weekend and a girl that buys nails from me is there and she sells those Amish bracelets. So I bought a couple of those from her. And then like I packaged that up with like 25 nail samples. So at the end of the month, I've got two packages of those. So I'll do 2 BQ prize drawings. Plus this month we're doing things a little different. Everybody gets a little like one of those keychain chapstick things. But, just little things like that. And honestly, there's been some months where I haven't done anything. There's been some months where I sent handwritten notes to people just saying, oh my gosh, you did amazing this month. Congratulations, blah, blah, blah. I just feel like it's not all about the things. And I feel like sometimes with the things, people will buy nails just to get the things. Not everybody, but some will. And I don't want people to think that every month they need to buy all these nails just to get an entry to whatever the prize is. So I try to make it like, and Jackie does that a lot. Like she'll say, okay, if you get this, buy 3, get 1 order, screenshot it here. And when you sell so many sets of nails, like mark it here, just things like that, because I want them to be selling, because what I know, because I was in a previous company where I bought a bunch of stuff just because, I was going to get some stupid prize to buy it. And then I was unhappy at the end of the day because I was in debt. I had thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff on my shelf that, I ended up losing money on. So I don't want at the end of the day, I don't want any of my girls to feel pressure to do something. Oh, and that brings up another point that I don't have written down. So a few months back, a lot of us were doing like the Google Docs where we sent it to our team and asked them like, what are your goals? You know, how do you feel about BQ? That sort of thing. So my girls that said that they aren't in it to BQ every month, I don't ask them to BQ every month. Like I'll chat with them and just kind of check in occasionally, maybe once a month, maybe not even once a month. And I'll just say, hey, how's it going? Is there anything you need? Blah, blah, blah. And then I kind of let them do their thing because I would rather them, like the months that they do BQ, that's great. And obviously they're going to have to BQ if they want to stay stylist. But I don't want them to feel pressured like she's going to bug me if I don't do this. And I don't want anybody to feel that way. Like if you're just here to get the discount, that's fine. One thing that I do not do anymore is if I have somebody that says, oh, I want to do it for the discount, I tell them, I say, well, it doesn't really work out for just a discount because you have to buy $300 once every 6 months. And, you know, there's going to be new nails coming out all the time. And so if you really just want to get a discount, it would be better just to stay in my VIP group and get deals. And I think, you know, some people might not agree with that stance, but I have too many holes in my chart as it is, and I don't want any more holes. I would rather that person be a happy customer than a miserable stylist. So I just, you know, I bless them and send them, keep them in my VIP group and do it that way. Okay, somebody asked a question. I missed it. I don't know how to go back and look at that. Okay, I'll see if Jackie can help me with that in a minute. Okay, so then the last thing they said, vendor events. When I find a vendor event, I try to get them to, I don't like to do them by myself, especially if they're really long. So I always ask my team, is somebody going to be in this area this day that can help me with this? Or if it's a short one and it's a 2-day, I'll do one day and see if somebody can do the next day. So they appreciate that. And then they said the lives that I do in voice clips. I don't do that many lives, but I do voice clips in my chat because a lot of time I'm driving and just trying to, answer a question or whatever quick. So anyway, I don't know. So I just think that right now we're fortunate that we've been. Sorry, guys. I think it said I was muted. Can you hear me, Jackie? Okay. Somebody is calling me. One thing, oh shoot, what was I just going to say? New stylists joining, voice clips. Oh, I lost it. Crap. Oh, I hope it comes. Oh, I know. One thing I was going to say is I am a strong believer in do as I do, not do as I say. So I really want to encourage you girls, if you are a leader and you want your girls to be cute and you want your girls to hit enhanced commission, you need to be doing that too. And I say that with love because I know it's hard. I told you right now I have 2 parties that have bombed. And so that hurts my month. But I did have a couple vendor shows that I did. And, I like the early bird BQ idea, but I usually don't hit that. If it's by the 5th of the month or something like that, I personally don't usually hit that. So I don't press it a lot with my girls because again, I kind of ask them to do what I would do. And my goal is by the 10th. So, anyway, I don't know. That's all I have. I don't know how to look at those questions.
I think the only question was, can you send a link to your Google form so I can see what your questions are? I would love to send something like that to my team.
I can. I will find it and I'll put it in our leader page. I think I copied one that maybe Deanna did, but I'll find mine and put it in there.
Perfect. Okay, so we only have 5 minutes, which really I'd like to get off just a couple minutes early to give y'all time to go to the bathroom or something before our team call. But I have a couple of things I wanted to share about Tracie and her team, just that I've noticed. So the things that I have noticed that Tracie does really well is she's showing up every single day. Every single day, I know she has either messaged her group chat or she has posted in her team page. And this month she's doing like a daily challenge type thing in her team page, and it's going well, and it's just showing her team that she's showing up every single day. If you're not showing up every single day, it's kind of showing your girls that they don't have to show up every single day. And let's be honest, the level that we're at as leaders, our standard is a whole lot higher than just a stylist standard. So if they, like, how do I put this? Like, us showing up every single day is like on top of it. Them showing up every single day is probably not going to happen. I don't know how to explain this. It's in my head, but it's not coming out. But just know that their standard is not high. So you have to set that standard. If you want them to show up at least twice a week, you need to show up every single day. So, like, I guess our equivalent of us showing up every single day is them showing up like twice a week. So if you're only showing up once a week, they're probably only going to show up maybe like once every 2 weeks. Does that make sense? So, like, she shows up every single day, and it really helps her stylists know that they need to up their game. She takes ownership of her downline. So every single person in her downline, whether they are placed there or they are not hers or they are hers, she treats them like they are hers. So she even feels like if they are placed under her or if they are not her personally sponsored stylist, she almost takes ownership if they don't BQ. Like, it's her fault. And I'm like, girl, it's not your fault. Like, they're mine. You don't have to worry about it. But she really takes ownership of that, and I think that's why she's really successful. And one other thing is her work ethic is like top notch. I mean, she is not constantly working, because she has off time, but when she is working, it's hard work. And it, like she said, she's very business oriented, which is a learned skill. It is not something you're born with. So if you feel like, oh, but I'm not business oriented, neither was I. I was far from it. It was something I had to learn. And now that I've learned it, I feel like it's gotten easier. So there's that. And then the last thing is she still recruits every single month. She's constantly recruiting still. And I really think that's why her team has grown to where it has, is because she has girls that she can place. So those are just a few things that I notice. Anybody else? We have like 1 minute that I would like to open up if anybody has any questions. If not, we can put them in our leader chat. But Tracie, that was so good. Thank you so much. I'm really excited for you and your team. And I appreciate you taking the time to share with us. But I adore every single one of you. We are going to hop on the call at 8:30. Julie Cruz is going to share with us about parties. So make sure you're on that and your girls know about it. But other than that, I'll chat with y'all later. Bye, guys.
Bye.